In this video, we are doing more ICM photography. I'm using the Sony RX100 VII with a 10-stop ND filter because it's during the day and I need a 1-second shutter. And this first spot, I wanted to see what the Blues Brothers statue would look like. So let's see what I got. Okay, so starting out, I'm going to do all these black and white, and then I'm going to try something different than I've done in the past. I'm going to use selective coloring and see how that makes this look. So this one right here, I really like. I think the face looks pretty good here. Overall, I like it. This is the only thing I don't like, is the text in my photos, but can't stop that. And also, sometimes I go back and forth on whether or not I like the streaking. But let's look at it with selective coloring. Okay, so here we can see that for my color, I'm basically desaturating everything except for the yellow. And it pretty much brings out the statue's face, a little bit of the clothing, and then we have this streak right here. But I like it. Let's go to the next one. So I took a lot of photos with this statue because I was really liking it. And this one, I like the face here as well. And so let's look at the color. I think I did the exact same thing with the same color. And comparing black and white to color, I think I do like the black and white better, but I've never done this selective color before, so we'll just keep it with this theme. And here's another version of the statue. This one, I really like how it did the face, the double glasses here. That's pretty cool. And here's with the color. Now with the color, you can see there's a little bit of blue right here, which I really liked. So what I did was I have that yellow. I have everything saturated except yellow and then a little bit of the hint of blue. And this right here, for some reason, I like that part. Okay, here's another one of the statue, black and white, and then let's go to the color. And I think I did the same thing here. Yep, we got the yellow and the blue, so I like the blue part in his pants here. And for the most part, I like how this one turned out as well. And let's see the next photo. So this one's more close up of the face. I like how it does the glasses. See what it looks like in color, selective color. So what I did here was the same thing. I have orange this time. Orange is at 100, yellow, I have a little bit of yellow, and then I put some aqua in there. And then here's this photo again, another version of it with color, and then with the color, I pretty much added the green, aqua, and blue on it. Went back to the other statue, and then this one turned out pretty good too, except for the wording. I just don't like this, but as far as the color goes, I think for the color I only did orange. Yep, so we just have the wall here. I like this. I like how you have the image standing out behind this orange wall. Okay, for this next spot, I thought the black background would work nicely as people walked by, and I just had to find the right people. I like this image here because it looks, I don't know what this is, but it kind of looks like a ghost following them or kind of in front of this lady. But I do like how these two people came. I like the hat. I like that it looks like they're coming out of a mist area. So this one works out pretty well. So let's see what it looks like with selective coloring. Desaturated everything except for aqua, blue, and purple. And it definitely changes the image. So let me know what do you think? Do you like the black and white or do you like the color more? And then here's another image here of two people, or I think this might be one person. Can't tell. But I definitely like this. I like the swirliness here and the swirliness on this side. And I like how the head pretty much goes off into a swirl. So let's see what it looks like with color. And with the color, I desaturated everything except for red, orange, blue, and purple. So I actually kept a lot of color in here. But we can see like the blue, the purple, and then you got the orange. I don't know. I think I like this photo too. I like the color version. Tell me what you think. At least with the one thing different with the color version is that it brings this part out more for some reason. I don't know if I like that, but okay, here's another spot, and I really like this one. I like how the streaks here, this one main streak goes from this guy and goes all the way out to the end. That's cool. And then this guy, if this is a guy, I like this. It kind of looks like a Cyclops from X-Men. That's what it reminds me of, so I like that about it. I like that he's holding a bag. And then let's see what the color looks like. Okay, so for the color, you see that I pretty much allowed the yellow, the green, and the aqua. And I do like how this green streak here, it kind of goes from green to darker green, or it goes from like yellow to green, I guess. So this one's pretty cool too. I think the color is a little bit better than the black and white. Okay, and this other spot here, two more people walking. I do like this one too. And I like this little swirl thing over here on the left. Add some color. Okay, and then the color, we can see all I added was orange. Pretty much for the skin tone. I like this. I like how it brings out this photo. I think it does add other than just having it black and white, a selective color. I do like this style. This next spot I didn't have much hope for, but I did get some really cool patterns. Okay, this one's pretty cool. You can't really tell any person in it. With the color version, I just liked all the different colors. I like the purple in it. There's some yellow in here. Let's see, as far as the colors go, I pretty much have orange, yellow, and purple. And I think this one's just like a fun image. This other one, black and white, it kind of just looks like a mess. I mean, you can kind of see there's some legs here, but other than that, you can't really make out anybody. But the reason why I kept it was because of the color. There was just so much color in here. I liked it. And I think I may have kept, I kept every single color on here. So even though I was experimenting with one color, this one just looked cool with all the colors. So I would have to say this one definitely has to be color version. And this one's really cool. I did a more of a twisting motion. That's how you get kind of like this consistent twist style. And I do like how she's standing out amongst the crowd. And I do like that you can tell she has a handbag. So as far as the color goes, I kept the red and then blue, purple, and magenta. Basically the colors that I saw on her. It makes her pop out, but everybody else in the background kind of goes away. So I do like this. I think the color really adds or brings her out. With this next spot, I was focused on the person holding the umbrella, and I really like how these photos turned out. So I have a couple of these umbrellas, and I do like how the umbrellas turned out. This one, you can make out what it is, but then it kind of blurs away like this. The only part I don't like in this image is probably these two lights, but let's see what it looks like in color. And with color, aqua and blue, just to bring out this umbrella. And I like how it's just this part right here, but then the rest of the umbrella, for some reason, still black and white. So I don't know why it wouldn't follow all the way through, but I do like that. I like that it selects this umbrella here. Here's another version of it. I do like this one too. I like that there's this one person in the background. You can tell he's on a phone. And so for the color here, I did like this person in the red dress. I thought that popped out a little bit, so I basically kept the red, the green, the blue, and the purple magenta. Basically single out this person as well. So I do like this one too. And then here's another one, a good one, singling out the umbrella. And I think this is the red dress again. So let's see what the color version looks like. And it doesn't look like I added the red this time. I just did the aqua and the blue just to get the umbrella. Oh, I just noticed there's a guy right here too. This is probably my more favorite one of this photos. I like you have the umbrella right in the middle, and you have the dark pants. And so with color, we see that I added yellow and blue only, and mostly I added yellow because of this part right here. I like that. Good contrast with the blue, and I definitely like this one more than the black and white version. So with this one, it kind of just looks like a blurry mess. You can't quite make out anybody, but the reason why I kept it was because of the color part. So if I add the color, I basically added pretty much everything, and I just liked how this was all colorful. Now you can tell with the color that this is kind of, I think, a person's arm right here. You can tell with the skin tone now. But I do like the color in this one, so that's why I included it in the video. And more of the umbrella. So I do like this one too. The umbrella's kind of closer up. You can see some hands here when you zoom in. As far as the color goes, I basically just did the yellow, aqua, and blue. And I do think that the color, I don't know, I might like the black and white better. So this next spot, I was playing around with photographing this show. And sometimes I would try to get the crowd, and sometimes I would zoom closer to the performers. I ended up with one good photo. And then this one, the reason why I picked this one is because I do like this streak right here in the middle. This part right here. And then it has this person walking kind of right in the middle of it. So I like that, but then here it is with the color. And I like how it brings this out a lot more. So obviously I'm just doing orange. And I think it brings this one out a lot better. And so this next spot, we have Donald Duck. So Donald Duck, of course, this is the best one that I took of it. And I do like it black and white. However, with Donald Duck, adding the color, of course I'm going to do the orange. Yes, orange and yellow, and I think this one works pretty good.